I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
Yeah, you're good to go, Tony.
I'm well good to go. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Oh, I can't.
He can't even speak. He's just lost his mind.
I've lost it. Hello, guys. This is the Weekend Buzz, a weekly movie review show where I watch, then review with my ever faithful sidekick Dayle. This is the part where he says hello that he's totally forgot about.
I thought Tony was just having a continued meltdown.
Just having a moment.
Guys.
Like, ooh.
Thought he lost it.
With my ever faithful sidekick Dayle, the main movie of the week. This week, guys, we're going to start with the news like we've done for the past... Is it 2 now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So we're going to start...
since our refresh.
We're going to start with our top 5 news from the past week.
For Buzz News.
Buzz News. Right. So let's get on to the news this week, guys. So I'm going to bring up 4, then Dale's going to hit me with a 5th. All right, the 5th is going to try and
catch me off guard.
Catch me off guard, and I'll be like, wow. So, right, let's go with the first 2, referring to notes because it's been a good week. So there's 2 movie trailers that I want to talk about.
More. Free now, as of today.
Oh yeah, there's 3 actually trailers. I haven't watched the 3rd one, but we'll start with the first 2. So the first 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Alien Covenant. I've watched them 2 trailers. I haven't watched Pirates of the Caribbean. Was it Dead Men Tell No Tales? Is that what it is? Yeah. So I haven't seen that trailer yet. Dayle, have you seen it?
Yes.
Your verdict?
My verdict? Or what, on the trailer?
Yeah, on the trailer.
Like
standard Pirates.
It's standard Pirates of the Caribbean. It is. They've gone... Johnny Depp's character portrayal of Jack Sparrow is so well done. Let's flog it for as much as we possibly can. Let's take it until dead men do tell no tales. And
he's going through a divorce, so yeah.
I know, he's finished that.
Oh, is that finished?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Let's not go on to that.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about all that.
It looks good. Yeah. Right? It's a standard film. It's another one of them, franchises that have kept on going, and you'll go watch it for the pure fact of completion. So yeah.
I mean, I have seen the teaser trailers, and the teaser trailers look sick. The one where it's just like all boat and like
well, this one's a lot better.
Undersea monsters and stuff like that.
You get to see Jack.
Yeah.
Or Johnny Depp a bit more, and you get to see how he reacts and some of the other cast. But yeah, it is good. It's good.
So Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. That is it. I've got that. Well done. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer dropped. And also a poster as well.
Yeah, the poster that we put up on the one of our medias.
We have one of our social media outlets. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. You'll find us. But yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer dropped. Absolutely loved it. I kind of was just... it's a trailer. You shouldn't really get this excited about a trailer.
Before we get to the trailer, can we just talk about like the teaser spot for the trailer? The one
which apparently is a deleted scene.
It should be a deleted scene. It was so funny.
We're just sitting there and I just thought to myself...
If you guys haven't watched it, pause this, go watch it. The little teaser for the trailer is so funny.
Oh, it's awesome. They're all just sitting around in a wood, ain't it?
It's a campfire.
And it's a campfire.
Jack's just like... and they're all just looking at him like, dude.
Really? Like, really? Really? it's so good, but it was a good teaser to lead up to what was the
second trailer. Yeah. It was a first glimpse of
Kurt Russell
as Star-Lord's dad. That was pretty good.
To be quite fair, like even his look, I like his look because it was kind of like the kind of he to me could be Peter Quill, couldn't he? Like an older Peter Quill.
Yeah, you could see.
That's what you were kind of getting at, which I liked. I loved everything else. I loved the rocket bits. I loved the Groot.
It's all about the Groot.
Baby Groot. Baby Groot's going to steal it, I think.
Oh yeah, he's already stolen it.
He's going to smash it.
I can't do it, but it's the way like when he gasps.
I am Groot.
It's not even that. It's when he gasps. His gasp is just like it has like a crackle to it. It's like I'm not even going to try to do it. No. But when he gasps, it just has such a nice little. It's a cute little thing.
Well, that's what I think it is. It's to try and get that cuter kind of factor into it. I mean, Groot when he was there, everyone liked Groot, didn't he, in the first one because he made his sacrifice for everything, and he was a good character anyway. I mean, he only ever had 3 words, but in different pitches and all that stuff. But it's going to be the same with this one. But I mean, Rocket. I want Rocket to have a bigger part in this one because like he was supposed to be the nut. He is in a comic book. He's the nutter, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? The nutter with a big gun.
Hang on. How can you say you want more of him to be more of a nutter? Did you not see in the trailer number 1 he gives Groot a death bomb, and in the second one, in the first film, there's that one where he just leaves a bomb in a drawer.
We did watch the other trailer, didn't we? Beginning of
drawer.
Logan. That was wicked. And the way he just picks it up, that bomb, and he just starts running with it. And then
you don't have one of your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
You must feel so embarrassed. Do me.
So I don't know if you can understand it, guys, or get it.
It really doesn't matter. Look, Guardians of the Galaxy is going to
be awesome. It's going to be
one of the best films of the year, and we've only just seen the trailers, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait. It's good. It's
going to be awesome. The poster was good. Like the director said, we're giving you a black and white, and now they're giving us a full colour one. And what a spectrum of colours!
It's very like it goes with that whole 80s like feel with it, like the mixtapes and stuff like that. And it looks very like the black and white one was like it looked like they were about to drop the Guardians of the Galaxy album. That's right. They were about to bust out on the dance floor or something.
Some big thing. You're driving down the road in London and think, oh, I'm gonna
Peter Quill on the mic, you know, Drax on the drums.
Oh, what would Raccoon do?
Oh, it would be
no, Raccoon would be the drums. He'd be like Animal.
Nah, I reckon Drax could be the bass, I suppose, and then Gamora with one of the leads.
Lead vocal, no, it's backing vocals.
Groot can be be the drumsticks or the bass.
That's got it all mapped out.
Either way, the trailer for that is awesome.
Trailer for that's awesome. Second trailer, guys, is Alien Covenant.
First look at the Xenomorph, wasn't it?
First look at the Exomorph, which is absolutely brilliant. Like, to be quite fair, we didn't really see it until the end in its full glory. And Danny McBride, I'm looking forward to him being in this in a serious role because I really think there was a couple of clips in this trailer that I was kind of like,
you look like you're doing your job.
Danny. Where's this come from, Danny? It's like Vince Vaughn all over again.
It's the face huggers that always get me. Every single time. Like,
we see that in the trailer.
The chest popping gets you, but like that part where that egg just starts opening up.
You say chest popping. It looks like there's going to be a back popping as well, where Matey Boy is like going, and then like she's looking at the back thinking like, just get me out of here.
Yeah.
But I mean, Alien Covenant trailer. We know who James Franco is now. He's the captain of the ship. We know the premise that they're all couples. They go into this world and they're going to inhabit it and they're going to build this better colony for the human race. Blah 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 blah.
Good luck.
And then you've got Fassbender, who's also going to be involved in the mix. It just keeps getting better and better with that. But it's the same as Guardians of the Galaxy. So as soon as them two come out fully, then you'll know exactly what we feel about it. But yeah, they're the two trailers. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Alien Covenant, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Don't Tell No Tales. I got it that time. Don't tell no tales for me. Right, so let's go on to news item number 2, Dayle, which is Justice League footage that has been shown.
For Aquaman.
So Zack Snyder has been showing off the visual effects for Justice League, and the first one up is Aquaman. Literally, all he does is swims up. It looks like Poseidon, swims up, and then floats upright like that in front of Poseidon.
Yeah, it looks like to be like a part of a prequel, like a bit of a backstory of him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
but I think, to be quite fair, I think it's going to be good. I'm a fan of Aquaman anyway. So I'm
a fan of the comics, but like all you need to do, like if you go, everyone doesn't like this. No one likes this comic book character. You know, like he's always got the luminous orange top, the green trousers. How do we man him up? How do we make people go, I want Aquaman? Oh, let's just hire Jason Momoa. Yeah, that'll do.
That's it. Yeah, he looks sick. And also there was footage of him that I've seen. He's in training. He's been doing some sword work, and that looks absolutely with some.
That guy's on it though.
He's dedicated. Like 120, not even 100. So he's just dedication.
Have you seen it's not like I think it's a meme, but this meme always makes me laugh. It's a picture of Jason Momoa and 2 bodyguards, and the bodyguards are tiny.
Oh yeah,
I think the meme was something like, I wish that one day I look like Jason Momoa. I look like a boss battle. You have to beat my 2 minions to get to me. And it looks awesome. Like it's
But that man is a beast in his own right. He looks the part. I mean, I don't know. I still don't know what to think about Justice League. Looking at the Aquaman visual effects as Zack Snyder showed everyone. Fair enough, it looks good, but it's all right having the good visuals. Let's have a good story and let's have a good film.
My only I love the trailer because I love the part with Flash as well. The part where he's like, "I want you to join," and he just goes, "Yes." I don't have friends, so I need friends.
And then Affleck standing there like, Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
nice and easy.
He's obviously had a rough time getting the rest of them.
I reckon it's going to be. I reckon it's going to be tough trying to give background story to Cyborg, and I think it's going to be tough. Like it's kind of hard, but we all know that Superman dies at the end of Batman vs Superman,
and we know he's going to come.
But
back.
we all know he's going to come back. Like that, they haven't. They've tried to hide it in trailers. Like we're not going to show you any footage of Superman.
We're not going to
like
show
Henry Cavill is not helping the situation, is it?
No, he ain't. And look at his Facebook where he's teasing the Green Lantern. So his cat's name's Cal, and he's going, Cal's looking for Hal. Picture of his cat looking out a window with a Green Lantern, like just in the reflection in the window. Like, don't give anything away, will you?
No, that's all about.
But to be quite fair,
I'll watch it. I'll pay the ticket price.
as Ryan Reynolds would say, like, just don't make the suit animated, man. Do you know what I mean? Just don't
make the suit animated. Or green.
So, yeah, so that's the visual effects from
Little
Zack
teaser.
Snyder. So it's a little teaser, but
Yeah.
I think it was necessary because we've only seen stills and we've seen like obviously the trailer which was released in San Diego Comic-Con.
It seems to be becoming more of a thing now.
What do you mean, directorial kind of
Like these little sneak peek behind the scene leaks. Like previously, like keep everything under wraps, no one sees anything. But it now seems like they've kind of embraced it. They're kind of like, look, eventually stuff's going to get out. It's better if we do it.
They've gone the Marvel route again, because look at what happened when Infinity War was announced. They've done that. The Russo brothers are like, well, you can have whatever you want. And then Robert Downey Jr. does a Facebook Q&A from there with Tom Holland holding his phone like while he's doing it. I think it's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I think like more social media, outlets are going to be grabbing this kind of content, and because the users are going to be pushing it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work personally, but they're kind of battling against each other. So one does it, the other one does it.
It's Disney have proven it again. Like they don't have to worry. It's not a fight. We've said this before, and we'll say it. Like we don't even need to say it again.
They've got it on lock.
Disney don't need to fight. They don't. It's Warner Brothers. It's Universal. Warner Brothers and DC that are playing the catch-up game. So,
definitely. Yeah. So let's move on then. So that was the Justice League visual effects that Zack Snyder. All right, so news story number 3 basically is linked to our review, and it's Logan possibly being released in black and white.
Yeah, I think it's like chosen theatres to have a black and white release.
I think personally, we'll get into the review. I'm not going to talk anything.
We don't want to talk more about this news story.
All I'm gonna say is, if it come out, I would be dead for watching it, and I think it would proper go with it.
Add to
it would add quality to an already amazing film. So that's where I'm going to leave that.
That's interesting though, because if it gets turned into black and white,
the
rating can be taken down from a 15 as well, because blood.
Do you think they would? I think. I still think it's too graphic.
See, I don't think it is, because that's what. So the famous thing is Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Volume 1. The end scene where it literally just goes off.
Oh yeah, when it kicks.
There's so much blood. Tarantino was told he cannot release that, and the only way he could release it with the amount of blood was to turn it black and white.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a loophole in.
I mean, all right. If you're going to put the rating down, put the rating down. The story was standalone in itself, but we'll get onto that. Logan in black and white, being a black and white release, that is a big news story for us with this film we're about to review as well. And to be quite fair, guys, if it does, and you haven't watched Logan, watch the review, which is coming up after this news segment. And then if you watch it, we'll keep it spoiler free, and then just move on with it, guys. I would definitely go and watch it in black and white if you get that chance. Number 4. So number 4, we can't not do a movie review show without going on about what everyone else in the movie world would possibly be going on about at this time, if not all the news outlets around the whole wide world. And it's still going on to today, so we're just going to let you know.
If you haven't seen it on, watched it live.
If you've been in a cardboard box underneath the ocean.
I think even then you've still, I think even Aquaman knows about this.
So Aquaman would have knocked on that box and been like, so do you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. The wrong card got read out at the Oscars for Best Picture.
So, hang on. You have no build up to this stuff.
Because
right. So let's build this up.
It's drilled.
So, Oscar Best Picture. So we're just going to try and set the scene for you that haven't seen it. Oscar's Best Picture nomination, very very big award throughout the entire year.
I'm in the audience. I'm watching.
And so nominations are La La Land, Moonlight, and a couple of others that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right, yeah.
And
I'm there.
They announced the winner. La La Land. Everyone goes off mental. Everyone kind of expected it. Clap clap. They all get up on stage. I think 3 of the people, I think director and producer and stuff like that, started doing their speech. Next thing you know, it all just stopped, and I think the director went up to the mic and went, "Whoa, we've got to stop this." Moonlight, and just pointed to the director, the people involved with Moonlight. I said, "No, guys, this is not a joke. You won." They read out the wrong card.
Holy!
They read out the wrong card. So it was like, I don't know. It's the biggest gaffe ever.
To a British person watching it, and then probably loosely involved in liking movies or just loving movies in general, you probably wouldn't be like, you wouldn't be in that much deep shock. But if you was in America and it happened,
it's a massive.
It's the most second televised watched thing in next to the Super Bowl, the Oscars. To be quite fair, they cocked it up. The latest news on that is that the people that done the envelopes are now never going to do the envelopes again. So they've kind of cut that corner now and gone like, you didn't do your job right, so you're not going to come back next time. So we're going to get Fred. We're going to get Fred in the canteen who's serving up fish and chips. He's now going to do the cards because all you've got to do is put the right name in the right envelope and give it to the right person at the right time.
That's scapegoating, isn't it?
But Moonlight, for me, I've not seen the film yet, to be quite honest with you. La La Land, we haven't seen either, so we can't really comment on either one.
They did that in London.
You've seen Whiplash, though.
Mate, Whiplash was last year, but...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you've seen it.
Yeah, La La Land. La La Land. They did a gaff or they did a joke in one of the London screenings. Yeah. I think people paid to go and watch... Moonlight, and they started La La Land as a bit of a joke.
Off the back of that as well, there is an epic picture with The Rock in it. Have you seen it?
No.
So when it all kicked off, it's like a picture of all these famous people. I can't remember who's in it, but The Rock's in there, and he does the sickest people's people's eyebrow, like raises his eyebrow like when it gets all called out, and it's just him like with his eyebrow up in a still, and everyone else around him's like, what's going on? It's an absolute sick picture. So if you get to see that, guys,
I'll see if I can find it and put it up.
But it's absolutely awesome. So that's my 4. So we've got the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer, along with the Alien Covenant and Pirates of the Caribbean. Justice League visuals being leaked by Zack Snyder. Logan in black and white, and also the Oscars gaff, which everyone and their man and their dog knows about. So. On to Dayle. What news story have you got for me this week that's going to shock me?
So the way Inhumans, so for those of you who don't know, Inhumans are kind of like another group like X-Men and Avengers in the Marvel Universe. Yeah. Now, after their portrayal in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the movie that was slated to be coming out was cut. And it was decided that it would now be a TV series. So basically, the news that I have is that the TV series have finally cast Medusa and Black Bolt.
Whoa!
So
Netflix series.
Main TV series. It's not like like this is from Marvel. They're doing it like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're giving it its full on attention, but they didn't feel that a movie was merited after the portrayal online. No. Which is a shame because I actually really wanted to see Black Bolt, like a full on movie of Black Bolt and Medusa. Either way. Anson Mount has been cast as Black Bolt, and Saranda Swan is Medusa, which is very, very interesting, and I look forward to watching it. So,
well, let's hope they just do as good as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they do it as good as the other ones they've had.
Yeah. Well, I don't like Agent. What is it? Agent Carr. I didn't mind. I don't mind Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's just not as.
I mean, the Netflix stuff that's come out. Obviously, like we love Nick Cage and all that. Like they've been on point. Like.
Defenders and all that. They're not restricted though.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the difference. Like Netflix aren't restricted by the
little piece of news
broadcast.
off of that. Well, look at there was $105 million to bring back Scorsese, De Niro. Was it Joe Pesci and link in the description who else there was, but there was four guys, and Netflix had gone, how much do you want, lads, to go and do it? Like 4 of the greats to come back and do a film. And they went, 105 million it's going to cost. There you go. That's the power of Netflix.
Do you take cash?
At the moment. Do you take traveller's check? But no. So yeah, it's good news, man. I love that. It's absolutely brilliant. It's good news, man. It's good.
It's good news.
It's good news, man. There's no bad news on the weekend buzz, guys, apart from the Oscars gap.
That's not bad news, that's entertainment. if they meant to do it, let's be honest, right? If this was a stunt, if this was a marketing stunt, marketing stunk. If this was a marketing, marketing.
I've got images of Pepe Le Pew just coming out now, going, sorry, wrong card.
I'm sorry. Like you couldn't be asking more for it. Like anyone that had like sponsorship, like anything in that 10-minute clip that's gone up on YouTube is being watched.
To be quite fair, like millions of people are actually
people that don't care about the Oscars are going, I've got to watch this.
I've just got to watch it. Just look at that picture as well. It paints a picture which is absolutely brilliant. So they're the top news stories, guys. I'm not going to go back through them because you can rewind. That's the pleasure of YouTube. Go back, catch the news segments again, then go and have your own little research and watch everything that we've told you to go and see and read. So that's the news for this week. You happy with that, Dayle?
Yes, that is good for another episode of Buzz News.
Right, so we're going to get onto our movie review because I'm excited about this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So let's get into this. So the movie review for this week is director James Mango's Logan, starring Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. I like it, Dayle. Already I'm hooked. So, in the near future, a weary Logan cares for an ailing Professor X in hideout on the Mexican border. But Logan attempts to hide from the world and his legacy are upended when a young mutant arrives being pursued by dark forces. Now, yeah, I'm going to say that. Thank you very much. Run that trailer, please, Dayle.
Where is she? Beneath the stains
She's like you.
Of time,
Very much like you.
the feelings disappear.
She needs our help.
You are
Someone will come along.
Someone has come along.
Right, so
just before we get started with reviews, it's something I'm really interested in that I didn't realise. I had to look it up. So some cinemas were doing showings like our one at 22:23.
yeah, what was all that about?
So 23 minutes past 10. The reason was that is Wolverine is what's it called?
Oh, you can't lead me on like that.
What's it called?
I knew there was something to do with this.
He's Experiment X22 and the girl is Experiment X23.
Oh, Easter egg.
Yeah, like really well hidden Easter egg as well.
Easter egg. So guys, if you haven't worked it out, say it again please, Dayle.
So cinemas on the opening night were doing viewings at 22:23. So for us in the UK, it was 23 minutes past 10, which is bizarre. Like you never really have films that start at that time. The reason for it was Logan is subject X22, and Laura in the movie is subject X23.
Wow, Dayle, Easter egg alert. Wicked, bruv. I like it.
Wicked.
Cool. Wicked, blood. Right, so
jungle is massive.
right, Ali G moment right there. No, we don't sit in a car and go
movie review
stage.
of Logan. Let's get on with it.
Right, so Logan. Obviously benched as Hugh Jackman's last.
It's not benched, it's confirmed. It is.
Well, to be quite fair, there's still that picture of Pierce Brosnan, him and Ryan Reynolds up, ain't there?
Pierce Brosnan?
Didn't you ever see it? Have you seen it? There's a picture, right, that someone put up, I don't know if it was Ryan Reynolds, but it was Ryan Reynolds, Pierce Brosnan and Hugh Jackman. And people on the internet were going savage. They were literally going like, oh my god, so it's going to be Deadpool. We're going to have Pierce Brosnan as Cable, and we're going to have a cameo
Hugh
from Wolverine.
Yeah. Well, he turned that down, didn't he? They were asking about getting him as a cameo in. There's a couple of things actually, because they were asking about getting him a cameo in Deadpool, and he's like, no. And someone put an interesting point. So at the end of the second Wolverine film, I think it's literally just called Wolverine, the one where he's in Japan. There's a deleted scene, or there's that scene where she gives him his the Wolverine costume.
Oh, right.
And obviously he never puts it on. And someone I was reading some comments today, and someone put a very, very interesting point. Now, obviously, I agree with people, the reason that he never wore the suit was it didn't suit Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, it didn't suit the portrayal.
No.
What I found was really funny is someone put a comment up there that said what they should have done, which I thought was really, really clever, is he should have tried it on. He should have been in the mirror trying it on, and then he should have just gone, excuse the language, but this is, Wolverine, we'll get onto that. But he should have gone, just imagine, right, set the picture for you. Hugh Jackman wakes up, has a package, or when he's given the package of his costume, he goes to put the costume on, and he tries putting it on. He's all dressed up in it. It's just he puts a helmet on. He looks in the mirror and he's just like a minute of silence, and then goes, "Fuck this," and then just turns away and walks off. That would have suited it. That would have been funny.
That would have been awesome.
I would have found that entertaining. Anyway,
but there was lots of little Easter eggs through this whole film to do with comics, to do with the actual what Wolverine, what the comics portray Wolverine to be, and then what Hugh Jackman portrays Wolverine to be. Yeah. But I loved the film. I thought it was very deep. It was very dark. We see different sides of Professor X.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that, you know, Stephen Merchant was absolutely brilliant.
Was it Corbin, wasn't it?
Yeah. So basically, Caliban. His name's
Caliban. Yeah.
He was the mutant. He was one of the mutant hunters. Which kind of diminished the mutant race, should I say, in previous kind of stuff. Which
he was a tracker. He was a glorified. He calls himself a glorified mutant tracker.
Yeah. But I mean, Merchant pulled it off. Like I was mesmerised by him. I was mesmerised from the start with what's happened to Logan in that space of time. From obviously, you know, being in obviously Japan and all that lot, and then coming to where he is now.
Obviously after this as well, he's done Days of Future Past, and he did the Days of Future Past, because that picked up at the end of Wolverine where he got.
So how this is the thing, like if this is going to be Hugh Jackman's last, how the heck are they going to? Which they are filming because the actors and actresses have all come out.
Apocalypse, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how are they going to do it without him? Or are they just going to be like
they didn't need him? They don't need him. Like you look at the first one, so X-Men First Class, he had that cameo, didn't he?
He had that one cameo when he went in, and he was just like. You know,
they wanted to talk to him, and he was just told him to get lost.
Get lost. But yeah, I understand that. But you know, I hope whoever's cast next as Wolverine can obviously carry it off. But for me,
I think that
I'll be one of them ones. Like
they have to do it differently, though. I think this is what they were saying. They were saying for the next X-Men, for the next Wolverine casting, which is where the X-Men could come in. It needs to be done differently. It needs to be done with the costume, and they can't portray it the way that Hugh Jackman's done, because Hugh Jackman kind of made it their own. He made it dark. He made Logan dark, deep. We were just mesmerised by him, and I was mesmerised with him in Logan. Like this film, this you know bulk of work that he's done, this piece of work, should I say? Playing Wolverine, absolutely brilliant. Like I said, I was mesmerised with him when he was, you know, this down and out. You know, trying to get things sorted out. He was obviously working for a purpose. We won't give nothing away. But obviously being introduced to then Patrick Stewart, Professor X, and the way he was, you know, Caliban was brilliant. The way he was brought into it, you know, he was kind of Professor X's kind of I don't know, like nanny, should I say, or like looker after her. Looker after her.
What the
hell is that?
Somebody looks after someone. So it was good. Everything was weighty in places. The baddie was absolutely good. You know, the main villain.
I'm definitely arguing with that.
I liked him. I liked him for the simple fact he was good for the opening scenes, but I didn't like him in the final half. So I was happy with him for the first half, but I wasn't happy with him for the second. The second half, there wasn't much of him. We were then introduced to other different players, i.e. There was, who was matey boy? I've forgotten his name now. Christ.
Richard E. Grant.
So Richard E. Grant was in, and that was a surprise to me. I don't know how much of a surprise it was to you.
Tony obviously didn't watch the trailers.
For
the cat.
Not really. I was just, I just wanted to watch the film, because when you're baited up that you're going to get a deeper and darker Logan, you're going to get a deeper and darker story, you're going to get more violence, you're going to get more. I mean, the violence in it. I
think he just wants me to argue with him.
Why? Didn't you like the violence?
No. This is what like.
Right, let's have yours. I've spoke. Do you know what I mean? I have given a kind of.
Tony enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought, to be quite fair to you, if it's their swan song, I'm going to say if, because I don't think he's
done and dusted.
If he's done and dusted with it, fair enough, but I don't think so. It may happen further down the line. I don't think it will.
I'll give him a blank check.
Exactly. So. For me, I enjoyed it. The first half was brilliant. The second half kind of lazed a bit, but it was still a good story. I liked the darkness of it. I liked the characters, and I also liked the violence, to be quite fair. It was nice to see Wolverine put them bloody blades in people's skulls.
That's what I liked and disliked. Like, yes, it's very, very good. This is the Wolverine. This is how Wolverine should have been.
Yeah.
And I think the issue is timing.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool kind of laid that groundwork to say you can have a 15 rated film. It can be popular if you use it with the right characters. And my issue is this is the Wolverine we probably could have had at the start. Like we probably should have had. Do you think
that? To be fair, do you think this film should have been the start?
Yeah. Not
then we could have
not like the whole storyline of it, but I think the level of violence and the way that Hugh Jackman portrayed,
because there was no
Wolverine,
holding back, man, with the fight scenes. There was no.
Yeah, no, there was no.
There was no holding back.
And this is what I'm saying. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like you said, the actors' portrayal, but particularly Stewart and particularly Jackman, this was it. This is how these characters should have been. And it was just a shame, I think, how because of X-Men back in 2000s when it first came out, it was a PG-13 kind of storyline. It was a PG-13 kind of, like, it's a 12A like character. For us comic book people, or for me personally, I wanted to see the brutal Logan that we saw in Logan.
Yeah. And to have depth to him.
Yeah, and it was a nice send off. It was nice the way that they went out this way. To me, I wanted more. I wanted to see Jackman portray Logan and Wolverine more like this. Yeah. And the fact is that this is the last one. I'm kind of like, I'm disappointed. I'm like, I want to see you do this more. I want to see you at this level.
Do you know what I'd like? I would have liked him to be in the next Deadpool, because I think it'd be.
I think Deadpool's too jokey though, and what I liked about this is Wolverine.
Do you think if Wolverine? So you're saying if Jackman's Wolverine was to go into Deadpool, it would have to be Logan-esque.
It would be
serious to a degree.
It would be like, you look at the Deadpool film. It's a P take. It's a jokey film, which is why it's great. Like, it's enjoyable. That's who Deadpool is.
Yeah.
And yes, Deadpool does have some run-ins with Wolverine over the comics, but I feel that the portrayal we got in Logan of Wolverine was serious. This guy's in trouble. This guy's struggling,
and he will do anything.
But he is his slogan in the comics is "I am the best at what I do."
Yeah.
And in this film, it showed that he was the best at what he did. He was a ruthless killer that took no for an answer, and he went for it, and he stood for what he wanted, and that was
I mean, I'm still in the mindset it was a game of two halves with this film. Like I said, I enjoyed the first half. The second half dipped a bit, especially when the main villain, well, not the main villain, but
this is where
the kind of nemesis come into it, and I was kind of just like, you could have done so much more with it. Seeing as what you've started us off with on this journey to what you've then given us, I wasn't blown
away. I think that they were reserved. I think the way it was they went and said, Jackman, Stewart, here's a blank check. We want you to tie this up. We don't want this to be left like a lingering character. We want this tied up. And they all went, yes, okay. Which then meant that the rest of the casting was put down a level.
Yeah.
And I think the story suffered. I don't think the story was good. It wasn't strong enough.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't strong enough towards the end.
Yeah.
For me, that's
I think the villains were terrible. I honestly do. I think it should have been like.
He was good. I mean, I loved his look. Like Matey Boy, when he first turned up and he got into the back of that limo and he was like, "Oh, Logan!" Like,
this is a bad guy that should be worthy of the brutal Logan we know. And the worst thing about it was the only way that they could get a character to be. There's plenty of characters in the X-Men universe, but the only way they could get a character to be as brutal for Logan as he should have been was to have a clone of him.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. Which was disappointing. It was like a scapegoat. It was like, look, all right, Jackman, we want you to portray Wolverine twice.
Yeah.
We can't afford another villain.
I didn't like that. I love the. Don't get me wrong. Like we're saying we hated. No
one's saying we hated it.
We like the film. The film was brilliant. It's wicked. Go and see it. Just go and sit down, enjoy it. It's not, and to be quite fair, it's not a grab popcorn, grab a drink kind of film. It's sit down. You're going to see something serious. You're going to be in contact with the characters, and that's what I like about it.
We're not saying we dislike it. We're just saying that. Well, I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying that
there's elements, different elements.
There's elements of disappointment. Like if you go into that film and you watch it as this is Stewart's and Jackman's bow, you'll love it because they pull out the A game. They are perfect.
Done.
There's nothing they do wrong.
agree with that.
The brutality of it is exactly the way of characters what Logan is and stuff like that. I just feel that the villains could have been better. I think they could have been portrayed better. I think they could have been portrayed stronger. I feel the storyline could have been had a bit more structure to it and laid out a little bit more.
Oh, definitely.
But it's this film. In my opinion, this film is an end of an era. This is. We want to give Jackman and Stewart the send-off they deserve.
Yeah,
They've portrayed these characters for long enough. They have made these characters their own. They haven't done the exact comic book. They have made them their own way. We want them to say goodbye to the franchise.
But also, I think this film could be for people that have never watched, say X-Men, perhaps they've been in a box for like God knows how long.
They've never watched any
They've
of
never
it,
watched any of them. I think this is a good standalone film. I think it is. I think you could quite literally go in not knowing nothing and then sit down and be like, right. So I know I know from the trailers. I know what it's all about.
I think if someone says to me, look, I really want to watch a film. I want to see. If someone reads the Logan comics or reads like Wolverine and goes, I'd really love to see a movie of Wolverine like this. I would say, right, don't bother with any of the X-Men, don't bother with any of the old Wolverines, go and watch Logan. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, you might not have the attachment to Jackman and Stewart that we have had because we've watched it over years.
Yeah.
But you'll see the brutality, you'll see the way Wolverine should be.
Yeah.
But if someone says to me, I want more backing, I want to see the development, then I'd have to say to them, right, go watch it all.
Yeah, and then kind of, grit your teeth with some of it and then just go with it for the rest of it. Yeah. And then just get to Logan and be like, oh, right, I like it. The end. Right, but
I personally reckon it could have been a nice one to... Like everyone... So at the cinema, everyone waited around for the end of the credits, which is fine, I get that. And I think the reason that there wasn't an end credit scene was because, again, they wanted to say, this is it, there's no more. What you've got here is it. That is it for Stewart. They didn't want to be like, dangle a carrot for the next movie, like we'll drag on the villain or whatever. They just wanted to go, that's it. There's no like comma with a ... It was full stop, done, dusted.
Yeah. I mean, summing it up, my summary would be not quality film, like really good film. Go and watch it, enjoy it, hold it with, grab it with both hands and just hold it and just love every single element of the characters. But like I said, we start off very well, we end very weak. So, end of the day, that's what you're going to get with this film, in my verdict. Dayle.
Have you ever seen Universal Soldiers?
Yeah.
You know the part of the farm, the fight scene at the farm, right? We're going back to I think it was like 1990 something or
It's like 91.
But it's when it's like there's a fight at the farm where Lundgren faces Van Damme. That reminds me of that scene at the end where Wolverine's fighting the clone. At that farm.
Yeah, and all the rest. Yeah.
So that's like. So my summary of the movie is: Jackman and Stewart, take your hats off, amazing, well done, great job. Villains, not good enough. Storyline, nice, but
it could.
It's a definitely go watch it. It's not me saying go watch it for completion. It's me go watch it. It's a great film. It is a great film. However, in my personal opinion, there was just issues with it that I was like, I want to view it in a different light. Like I viewed it in one. When I first came out of it, I was really annoyed. I was like, all the hype, all of this. I was like, and I stopped and thought about it, and I was like, actually, if you look at it the right way, if you look at it like I've said before, if you look at it as a Jackman Stewart send off, it's spotless. Yeah. But if you look at it as another X-Men film, or another one of those films where you're expecting a storyline with a couple of villains and a huge battle at the end, you're not going to get the enjoyment or the satisfaction out of it. So it really depends on what way you look on it. I'm very, very happy that it was finally given a 15 rating and that Wolverine could be what he could be.
Yeah. I think that's what the rest of the films lacked, was the ruthlessness. Not the fact that he could go around and do what he wanted to someone with his claws. It was the fact that how ruthless could he be with them, and how ruthless can his rage get him? Do you know what I mean? Because when he's turned on that rage, that's it.
Well, that's what Wolverine is like.
That's what I'm saying.
Blinkers, doesn't it?
That's what he should be like, and they should have done that from A to Z.
Yeah, I think the issue, like we said, even though it's not that much of an issue for us, we watched the Wolverine. We've watched the Logan's like X-Men growing up.
Yeah,
right?
we have. Yeah.
So we've watched the development, so we can kind of accept this 15 rated film. Whereas when the new Wolverines were coming out, they were trying to push it more toward kids.
They were, yeah.
They were like, you know, come on, kids. Wolverine is a character. Like every time when you was watching X-Men, it was either Cyclops, Professor X, or Wolverine. He was like, these are my main people that I focus on, and mainly Wolverine. Wolverine is the go-to character from X-Men for some people, and I think that's what they were holding on with the 12As.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. You look at Days of Future Past, and you look at
Apocalypse.
Not even Apocalypse, because he wasn't in it that much. I don't think he was in it at all, was it? But you look at, like, you talk of the cameo in First Class, that stands out, and that's because it's Logan.
Yeah.
You look at Days of Future Past, it's Logan. That's it.
Do you know what? I don't even know who I could, off the top of my head, think who would, you know, go on to be Wolverine, because in my head I'm just like
Jesse McClure.
Jess, if you're watching this, my man, the hell's put you on, my man?
You're up for Wolverine.
You're up for Wolverine. There is a picture of actually Jesse McClure up on a Twitter page somewhere in the distant past that he did look like Wolverine, and I did brand him Wolverine. So Jesse McClure, that's your next part, mate.
Still trying to.
Anyway,
Wolverine bidding on what body part to take off.
Sean, I don't like that. Shink. Thank you very much. But yeah, even off the top of my head, I couldn't be like... I mean, like I said, the other week I was like, Blade, you know, Donald Glover. I'd be quite happy. But I can't.
It's going to take its time.
And it's going to take time. And I hope they don't... I hope they don't rush into it. And I hope they don't go... Oh,
force it.
Hugh Jackman's gone now. Let's go, lads. Let's get back
force it into the new X-Men.
Oh, do you know what I mean?
Because what they've also got to know is, like, the new X-Men that's coming around, it's all about the younger generation, and Logan was never a younger generation individual. He joined the X-Men later on.
I think that's what the audience wants. If they're going to get good, if they want good reviews, or they want, you know, just a good solid film that's going to do well at the box office, they're going to have a film like Logan. They're not going to, if they go back to being like Wolverine, you know, yellow and blue or yellow and black, whatever kind of costume they're going to put him in, and then go from there and be like, this is Wolverine, and they're just going to have him as some kind of joke. That's not Wolverine.
No.
Wolverine, like you said, is a ruthless...
He's deadly serious. He's a killer.
He's a killer. This man was made as a weapon. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He then leads his life and tries to be calm, and then still is a weapon. So let's round this up, because we're going well off piece. We're going
on piece. This is what people want. They want us to talk about it. They want us to explain why we do what we do.
Frustration sets in when you know what a film should be, and you know how you would like it to be portrayed yourself. I mean, everyone could have their own opinion about it. People might go, Logan was absolutely brilliant. What are you guys on about? But I'd like to think that me and Dayle are alike in some aspects. Obviously not scoring, because this is what's going to come next.
we want to give you guys our honest opinions. We don't want to be like sugarcoating it for you. Like we've said it before, we're not here to sell tickets or anything like that. I generally say go watch the film. I'm just saying
and also
it leaves me with more that I want. I want more. I want more. I'm being greedy. I want more, and I think that's why I'm disappointed. Yeah. It's because I know there is no more. Like, you still holding on to the hope that Stewart and Jackman would come back. I think I'm like, they're not coming back.
Stewart, he done well from A to Z. I'm happy with this whole thing. Yeah, there was one element in it that I spoke to you about. I'm not going to say, because it's probably an Easter egg, and you know, you might. Someone will love it. I loved it. I think Hugh should come. You know, Jackman. He should come back, and it should be done again. Have a better storyline. Put the Bucks in it. Get, you know.
Do you reckon they could cut Wolverine completely and just focus on Laura?
Oh.
And let Laura, because I reckon they could if they wanted to. But again, I still think that this should be
Laura.
cut off.
Laura for me had minuscule lines. She was Wolverine's 11. That's what she was to me. I was quite. Do you know,
I hated the feet claws. Oh. I was like, what the is this?
Spoiler alert. And then, obviously, to round that spoiler alert off, to then say that she only had feet claws because of her gender, because of then a lioness and all this lot. Oh, God. I didn't like it. And I, to be quite fair, they were trying to go kind of like the Stranger Things route with that character, because the character was just moody. She was deep. She had a past. You were kind of wanting more from her, and you were kind of like,
didn't get it.
Just get it, but you didn't get it. And then when the feet claws come out, you were kind of like, no, I'm not in with that. But Dale's the same with that, aren't you? But it is what it is at the end of the day, and we've got to move on from that, because if they did do a standalone with her, I don't think it would work, and I wouldn't want to see it.
No, I'm not saying standalone. I'm saying, like, do you feel that they won't do any more Wolverines, but they'll turn her into X-23, because she becomes, in the comics, she becomes Wolverine, like she takes over his mantle when he dies and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't like to see it. I know Hollywood at the moment's got this whole thing for putting females first, Ghostbusters, Ocean's 11, the
No, I'm not even talking about that. I just feel like, obviously they're working on the new X-Men. Do you feel that they would put a younger version of a Wolverine in there?
Could do. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't think. I think everyone's.
It's not what you want.
It's not what I want. It's not what I want personally. For other people, it may be. But my honest opinion, don't do nothing Wolverine in the next X-Men. Wolverine's been left. Leave it. The studio needs to build something and get focus groups in to be like, what would you like to see in the next Wolverine film? Or how would you like Wolverine to be incorporated in the next X-Men film or any future Marvel films? I think there's got to be a lot of discussion, and they've got to find the right actor, and they've got to get the actor to be deeper, if not the same as Jackmans. Any other way...
I don't think they could...
That's what I'm saying. Anything less or anything more, I think it'd be spoiled. But that's my personal opinion. We're going to score this now, guys, because we're getting on. I'm going to say... I'm going to go first this week. I'm going to give an 8 because I liked everything about it, but the elements I've said, being the second half of the film, was weaker than the first half. The villains, as we've discussed, slightly a bit below par, if not below par. It wasn't quite a 9, and it'd never ever get a 10, because like we've discussed before, a 10 is reserved for that. You know, it's
a very special film.
Very special film. So for me, it's an 8. Dayle, what would you say, man?
Well, again, we need a third person just so we can do rule of averages, but I think it was I think it was a 7. I think it was a 7 because again, performances were amazing, hands down, from the two specific people. I think, like I said before, I'm just going to highlight the villains weren't good enough for me. The overall storyline wasn't good enough for me.
Yeah.
But performances alone carry it as far as it needs to go.
So you're giving it a...
I'm giving it a 7. A 7 out of 10.
We don't do halves, so we're going to have to... What were you saying?
Well, I think it's probably for me... I could probably say... Was yours a strong 8? Like high?
Mine's low ball 8.
You're a low ball 8.
I'm a low ball 8 because, like I said, like for a swan song, it needed to be a better story. It needed to have slightly better villains. And it needed to have a better second half. Really did.
Right, well, then I personally say we should meet in the middle and go for a 7 then.
We'll go for a 7.
Yeah, so we'll go for a 7.
So,
Logan...
is a 7, guys. So that's our review of Logan. I hope you enjoyed that. That was quite a deep conversation, which I found absolutely brilliant. I like that. Thank you very much, Dayle, for that. Basically, this week our giveaway will be slightly different.
No, it won't. It's always the same. What are you talking about?
So, basically, the last couple of weeks we've been doing a worldwide giveaway.
It's not different. Tony's just being weird. It's exactly the same.
It's
exactly still will.
But like I said, the last 2 weeks. So...
it's the same as our last 2 weeks.
Same as the last 2 weeks. So basically, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving you that question as we always do. Dan will be giving you that little clue, but the prize is going to be the signed pictures. So we've got a back catalogue of signed pictures. Dayle then goes up to this filing cabinet, blows the top off of all the dust, opens it up, fingers, pulls out 5. Dayle, what have you got for me this week?
Right, so from last week we have Sylvester McCoy. Come on down. Doctor Who and Hobbit fame. This guy is very, very nice.
Radagast in that
Radagast. And he has signed this. He signed this for us at MCM London, I believe, last year.
And you can also catch the interview I had with him on the YouTube page as well, guys.
Next up, Bob Layton.
We love Bob. Big
Iron
Bob.
Man artist. We thought this goes well with a Marvel setting.
Very good. So that is Big Bob.
Big Bob.
And we have Andrew Lee Potts.
Andrew Lee Potts, come on down.
Doing very good. Wireless, actually, episode 11 out now, guys. Interviews with him also up on our YouTube page.
And from last week as well, we thought the artwork on this one was too good, and
this needs to go. What does it need to go? But guys, you're missing out. He's a brilliant guy. Harry Potter, bit of Doctor Who.
We love him.
We like him.
So cockney, man.
We like Doctor. getting in the
Doctor.
snatch. Right, so we're going on to what are we on now?
Fifth and final.
Fifth and final. It's going to be
The Hollywood Show.
Hollywood Show. So this is their Sherlock parody. They come actually dressed as the parodies, didn't they?
Yeah, to our Scottish con.
which is on the YouTube page. Currently, they're in final prep for their Suicide Squad parody.
Yep.
So, guys, if you want to win any one of these signed pictures...
So you answer the question, put it in the comments below, and then you get to choose any one of those.
But remember, guys, Dayle last week had stipulations, so you needed to share, like, subscribe, everything.
You
everything
have to subscribe, have to answer the question in the comments, and like the video. There are stipulations. If you share it, bonus points, extra brownie points for you.
So, I'm going to give the question, and we kind of deliberated over this. Basically, we're going to go with Patrick Stewart played Jean-Luc Picard in what TV series? TV/movie series. We had a kind of discussion about that because it could be TV, it could be...
If you get this wrong, hand in your geek card.
Hand in your geek card, along with any other card that's got digits on it and has cash. I mean, no. So Patrick Stewart played Jean-Luc Picard in which TV/movie? Oh, wow. Someone already has the answer.
Hi, Mum.
Mum's got the answer.
Mum's trying to get ahead of the curve. Dayle, I've got the answer. I've got the answer, Dayle.
Dayle, anyway.
It's Star Wars. Mum, I'm disowning you. I'm disowning you, Mum. I'm off.
So
that's it.
Where's our clue? Are we going to get a clue?
Always get a clue.
And the clue is...
Space. The final frontier.
So, question is, the Patrick Stewart played Jean-Luc Picard in which TV/movie series, guys? All you've got to do is put the answer in the comment below, like, subscribe, everything that Dayle said, the whole 9 yards, and basically we'll give you the answer. Basically,
we'll give you the answer.
We've given you a
Oh
clip.
God! Wow. It's because we've been talking for an hour straight.
I'm drained. Right, so guys, all you got to do is put the answer in the comments below, like we said, like, subscribe, and do everything of the above. Let's start again. And basically, next week we'll announce the winner. The winner this week, Dayle, is
for the first
last
time. Week. What? The winner this week? Last week?
Last week's winner.
Last week's winner.
Yeah. So the question last week was Mark Wahlberg. What film did Mark Wahlberg star? It's what Mark...
No, he can't remember it. He can't remember.
What film did Mark Wahlberg star in alongside a Camaro called Bumblebee? And it was Transformers.
Robots in the skies. And to be specific, because everyone was very specific on the answers, it was Transformers Age of Extinction. So well done to everyone that entered, and congratulations to BG Lee.
You have won any one of them signed pictures from last week, so go back, watch that, and also give us...
Can even have Tony signed one. He'll do a headshot for you.
We've been this one, we're not... I've got to have headshots now, have I?
Yeah.
Right, so
we'll sign you his business card.
You can have a business card. Right then, guys, so... Like we said, answer the question, and next week's film's going to be an epic one as well. It is Kong Skull Island. I can't wait for that, Dayle. I really can't wait for that. That's going to be next Saturday, 10 AM. So don't miss out on that. I'm looking forward to that. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah. Actually,
John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, bit of the Night Manager.
Brie Larson, so she's Captain Marvel.
So yeah, so I think it's going to be absolutely epic. Tim Hiddleston.
So what we will mention now is we will be in Liverpool next weekend.
Oh yeah, Comic-Con time, it starts for us. The Buzz Stage crew are going to be back and bigger than ever, guys. Basically, we're going to be at Liverpool. Then we're going to be...
We're only bigger than ever because we've just had Christmas and we haven't gone to the gym, but...
Winter bulking, my man. Winter bulking. Right, so it's to fit... I need to fit into that bikini summit, I don't know. Jeez Louise.
Everyone's handing in their tickets. We don't want to go no more.
So we're going to be at Liverpool next weekend, guys.
We've got some amazing guests for you guys.
We've got some amazing guests. We've got
the original Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, we've got the original Starsky and Hutch. We've also got Flash himself, Sam Jones.
I only realised this the other day. You can actually have Starsky and Hutch drive you around in a Torino.
Oh, yeah. I see that. And also you can have a group photo. Instead of just having one of each, you can actually go in and have a group with all three. Starsky, Hutch, and Huggy.
They will drive you around in the Torino. How many people could get to go and say, I got drove around in the Torino by the original Starsky and Hutch? Not the terrible bloody, Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson remake.
Well, I'm good. Hopefully, should I say,
Snoop
I'll be
Dogg.
interviewing them, and I won't be bringing that up, or I might slightly bring that up and then just see their reaction. But they did star in that, didn't they? I think they had cameos.
Yeah, they had cameos.
So yeah, guys. So next week we're going to be in Liverpool. The live stream will be live. Live stream will be live.
We'll be live. We will have giveaways for you guys at home with stuff that's exclusive to the cons if you can't make it up to Liverpool, so do not worry about that. It will be live on our YouTube page. We will also be putting it up on our social media, so you can check that link out as well. Send us in your questions, by all means. If you have any questions for the Starsky and Hutch
Twitter
pairing.
TARDIS.
Twitter TARDIS.
Twitter TARDIS. So if you have any questions for any of our guests, just go onto the MCM website, so mcmcomiccon.com. Go onto there, it will give you basically a list of all of the cons that are going to be happening up and down the country this year. So all you have to do is just click on the one that you want to go to, see who the guests are, then go from there. Click on the Liverpool one.
If you can't make it, just send us a list of your questions.
Send us a list of the questions.
We'll ask it. We'll get the person. We'll get whoever it is to look down the camera directly at you at home while you're sitting there watching. So obviously we have David. A quick little rundown. We've got David Stoll. We have Paul Michael Glazer. We have Huggy Bear. We also have Sam J. Jones. We have Flash Gordon himself.
Peter Davidson,
Louise Breeley from Sherlock and Ripper Street. Greg Austin from Class. We have so many. We even have Chris Barry. We have the man Andrew Lee Potts. We've got Attack on Titan voice actors. We have absolutely everything. We even have Full Metal Alchemist voice actors. I mean, come on.
Oh. Right.
And the week after that is Birmingham. We've got Billy Piper. Woo!
Billy Piper's going to be there. So guys, it's going to be an epic weekend for us next weekend. I'll be there. Dayle will be there, but Dale's off doing his own thing.
I'll be behind the cameras.
He'll be behind the cameras doing his own thing. So we're going to end it there. Make sure you watch that live stream next weekend. I won't be happy if we don't get any questions or we don't see you on that live stream. All right?
We want to see you chatting with us while we're working. We will have the live chat up. We will have you talking. We will have VR playthroughs. We will have, like I said before, we've got giveaways. We've got interviews. We even have people come up on the stage and try Bean Boozled, those disgusting jelly beans that can either be peach or vomit. Bean Boozled is back for 2017.
So, guys, we're going to have a load of fun. This is what YouTube's about. This is what the live stream's about. This is what Comic Con is all about.
Tony will even give you his Stranger Thing pops that are hiding in the background.
You ever touch them, Dayle, I will kill you. Thank you anyway to Richard Limited Edition because he just hooked me up with some other ones. And also, guys, remember to keep your eyes on the back of our stage, hence why we put stuff there. Hence, you know what I mean, keep your eyes at the back of the stage because there's all going to be merch along there. We will talk you through that merch and where you can get that merch. Everything we get on that stage is an absolute quality and amazing and one of a kind.
Even Tony's underpants.
You can have my underpants if you want, Dayle.
Sign them.
Right, so remember next week's Liverpool. Watch that live stream. Next week we've got the Kong Skull Island review, which is going to be going up at 10 a.m. Saturday. That's hopefully. If Dale's going to be awake.
I'll be away. I'll be working.
I'll be working.
We'll be doing the stage. Let's give them a refresh to the question. So for the question this week to win one of the 5 pictures from either the Hindenburg Girls, Simon Fisher-Becker, Bob Layton, Andrew Lee Potts and Sylvester McCoy. All you have to do is answer this very simple question, which is, Tony?
Patrick Stewart starred in which TV... No, Patrick Stewart played Jean-Luc Picard in which TV/movie series?
So have you seen that meme? There's a meme. There's a meme of
Patrick Jean-Luc Picard, ain't it?
Let me find it. Before we go, I'm finding this.
By the way, guys, if you like memes and you like stuff, go and check out the Facebook page that we've got. On there, Dayle put out me with some tickets holding up for Logan, and then next to it was a meme, basically Wolverine coming out of the tank after getting his adamantium put into him, and then above it was a cat bursting out of a washing up bowl. Exactly the same pose, and we don't
mind providing you memes.
We don't provide them, but we ain't going to be one of them services that does it.
Oh, there's two, isn't there? There's two, so which is really really funny. So, are you? I want to hide it because I'll give away the answer.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to not give away the answer. It's out of focus. It's terrible. This is very very bad.
It's alright.
I'll put it up. Anyway, I'll put it up.
Dayle will put it up, guys. It will probably come up at the end of this anyway with some form of
not to give away the.
So remember, guys. Patrick Stewart played Jean-Luc Picard in which TV/movie series? Get that question, answer it.
I swear to God, if anyone puts Star Wars down there.
Comments Put the answer in the comments below. And guys, put any comment you want to talk about in there, as long as it ain't related to anything to do with the channel that we can't speak about. If you could talk to us about anything about movies and TV, we look at it every day, we'll quite gladly answer your questions and have a little bit of a conflab with you over different bits. Again, Liverpool's next weekend, MCM Comic Con. We'll have loads of interviews. Remember to catch that live stream. Check out all social media for MCM Comic Con, because the times and also the link, all important link for the stream will be up. Guys, my name's been Tony Piroth. That's been Dayle.
I hope it's been Dayle, because otherwise you've been talking to a random for a while.
I've just pulled someone on the street. You don't want to sell my pretty face. My voice is better than my face, trust me. Thank you very much for joining us this week. I hope you enjoy Logan. We're going to enjoy Kong next week. We'll give you that review 10 AM next Saturday. Thank you very much, guys. See you then. Dayle, you can cut. Dayle, you can turn the camera off. You can turn it off now.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel